So today we're going to work on power off stalls. So we're simulating that we're doing a stall on arrival. We're doing that, we're either on base to final or we're on final approach coming into our runway. So what we're going to do, like every good maneuver, start off, do a couple good clearing turns. We haven't really done those yet, so we're going to do those guys really, really fast here. We're going to do at least 2 90-degree turns or a full 180-degree turn. We're checking the air around us. Want to make sure there's nobody around us. Also going to make sure we've got some good landing spots just in case we need it. Don't anticipate it, but better to be safe. We got tons of room around us. We need to be at least 1,500 AGL. Right now we're about 4,500 feet, so we've got tons and tons of room. If something were to happen, we've got time. Plenty of time. Alright, once I get back around to south here, we're flying about 180. I've got myself pretty well aligned with the roads, and I'm looking at those guys. Those are going to be my reference points today. So we're set. Like every good maneuver, we've got a fuel pump going on. We're going to be at low power setting, so that's always a good idea just to have that guy set. We're about 2,000, 2,100 RPM. We're below maneuvering speed. I'm retrimming just a little bit, getting the aircraft completely configured before I start playing with anything. So she's trimmed out. We're flying hands off. Life is good. So setup-wise, we're going to power back to about 1,600 RPM. Inside the white arc, first, second, third notch of flaps. And once I get to my approach speed, I'm going to aim for about 65, 70 knots. Once we're there, I'm going to let the nose come down. We'll start from a stabilized descent. Once we're stable, we'll power the aircraft back to idle. Start bringing that nose up until we get to the stall. Once we get to stall, full power, let the nose come down. First notch flaps is going to come right on out. Get rid of that extra drag. And then once we establish our climb, taking the remaining flaps out of the equation and getting us back to cruise flight. So, one at a time, as my mom would love to say here. Alright, so we're set. Area's clear, doing the last double check. Still don't see anybody, aligned with the roads. I'm happy where I'm sitting. I'm going to reset my DG real fast. Alright, so let's bring the power on back. We're going to pull back to 1,500 RPM. You can hear that engine change. I'm already inside the white arc. First notch is coming in. At this point, I'm holding altitude. I'm not losing. I'm not climbing. There's my second notch of flaps in. Airspeed's passing about 75. Let's go get the third notch in. There's 70. There's 65. I'm pushing that nose over. I'm letting it come down. At this point, I'm hands off. The aircraft is flying. She wants to keep flying. There's 65. We're good. We're on final approach, and for some reason I got distracted. Something's going on. I'm not paying attention. So I bring the power on back to idle. I start bringing that nose up. So I start coming up. My controls are going to get mushy. We're going to get a little bit of a buffet. We're going to get the stall horn. All right. I got no stall horn, but I'm at full scale deflection, so I'm going to go ahead and recover. There goes the stall horn. Better late than never. And immediately, nose is coming back to the horizon. First notch flaps went out. My full power went in. And I'm letting airspeed rise. VX, we're good. Notch flaps can come on out. Letting the aircraft kind of stabilize. I'm looking for a positive rate on the VSI, positive rate on my altimeter. Looking at that VY. Last notch flaps comes on out. There's 4,500, pushing the nose back over. And we're going to bring that power on back. Setting myself back up for cruise flight. Nice and calm, nice and easy. In that case, I felt my controls get mushy. I felt a little bit of the buffet. I got the full aileron deflection. My stall horn didn't go. After the recovery, stall horn decided it wanted to go off. Not a big deal. I still know how the aircraft's handling. I feel those other factors kicking in. So we got the full scale deflection, went ahead and recovered.